In the waning years of the third era of Tamriel, a prisoner born on a certain day to uncertain parents was sent under guard without explanation to Morrowind, ignorant of the role he was to play in that nation's history.
They have taken you from the Imperial City's prison, first by carriage and now by boat. To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up. Stand up. There you go. You were dreaming. What's your name?
Hello and welcome. My name is ThatDwemerGuy, and this is my Let's Play of Morrowind. I've been thinking about doing one of these for a while, just because I've kind of always wanted to do something like it, but never really felt like getting into it. Never really figured I'd have the time or whatever, so I just figured, what the heck, go ahead and try. So yeah, here I am. I'm just going for it. I don't know really what to say right here, so I'm just gonna play the game. We're gonna be playing as a dark elf, battle mage type guy. I'm gonna be naming him. I think I was going for Servas Lorlu.
Well, not even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them say we've reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go. Quiet. Here comes the guard.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
Nice. Let me turn off these freaking subtitles. I do not like subtitles. As you can tell, we got some mods.
You better do what they say.
Yeah, sure, whatever. I was really debating, like, body and head mods, because those are kind of, to me. Really hit or miss. The heads that I got are probably the best available. I wish somebody would do, like, a decent, like, vanilla style heads and hairs. These are some of the closest, because a lot of them do look like the originals. Some look just good enough to be close enough, you know? Let's go talk to her. She seems like she'd be a nice lady.
The sooner you leave, the sooner we can move on.
Never mind. She's kind of a bitch, like always. Got some more mods.
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to the census office.
Cool.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
Yeah, we're doing a Dunmer like I said before. I should have went through beforehand and picked out like the face and hair I was wanting. Guess we can go through. Like I was saying with the heads mod, some of the faces look a lot alike. Can I move this? No. You can see his face. His face looks a lot like the original one. A lot of the Dunmer ones look pretty much identical to their originals, just like better. It's Wesley's head back, by the way. I'm going to try to compile a list of mods and put it in the description. I don't know when I'll get around to that because I didn't plan the mods for this. I just hopped on the install that I like and just went for it, so might be a little weird, but it's gonna work out. See, Battle Mage, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go for kind of like a more of a not so good guy. Let's see what guy doesn't look so good. I always refuse to use Gibb's face, because that's Gibb's face. There's not even many other Dunmer in the game that use that, I don't think. At least I haven't really noticed. I think I might go for this guy. He looks pretty nefarious. He looks like you wouldn't want to mess with him too much. Ooh. Something about the hairs is a lot of them look really cool, like this. Let me look at some other options, but I think I may go for that. Some of them look dumb, like that one from a second ago. That looks kind of cool. Oh, that looks just fucking wicked. I hope I see some Ashlanders with that. Because that's definitely like an Ashlander style hair design. Yeah, I think we're gonna end up going for that gnarly looking one we saw there at the beginning. Yeah, this one. This just kinda... I really like it. I really like it. We're going for this one.
Great. I'm sure.
Sorry about that jump cut there. That kind of just skipped his dialogue a little bit. I got a phone call just right then and there. Luckily my phone was on silent, so it didn't disrupt too much, but it looks like this is the door. Go ahead and walk inside, I guess. That guy. Let's talk to him.
Yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
Now, out of everything I planned, that I didn't plan, this is one of the things I did. I did make sure to kind of get a nice little class thing put together, because some of the pre-made ones are good. Battle Mage 1 is good. I just want to kind of swap some things in it around. So I'm gonna just do a custom class. I'm just gonna call it Battle Mage, and most of the stats in it are actually the exact same as the base one. Just a little different. Does Battle Mage have like a space or a hyphen in it? I think it's just, I think that looks right, at least to me. Specialization, I think I'm gonna go more for the, Battle Mage more on the mage aspect. I just want to be able to, easily wear some armor and use some actual weapons, but I'm gonna be mainly a magic guy. Let's see, favorite attributes. Strength and intelligence actually seems pretty good. Honestly, yeah. Because intelligence is kind of like the overall magic thing. Something you ought to know is I don't know a whole bunch about this game. I don't know a whole lot. I've played it for years, but I've not been one of those people to like get really into the technicals of it. Like, I wasn't one of those people who actually played it during their childhood when it came out. Like, I know people who got it on Xbox right as it came out and still play it today. First time I played it was on like a crappy laptop, I want to say like 6 or 7 years ago. So I was a little late to the race, but that's okay. So that looks good. I didn't really plan out these guys. These are the ones I kind of planned out a bit more. So let's see. Even if it's already on here, I'm just going to go ahead and put it in. I was wanting to go destruction, restoration, conjuration. Let's see. Now here's where I pick what weapon and armor I'm going to be using. I'm kind of maybe wanting to go for maybe Longblade. I think Longblade, you get a lot more options. Or maybe I could go and maybe use blunt weapons. So I could have like a staff. But that seems more of something like a regular, way less battle-y mage would use. I think I'm going with sword. Sword seems cool. I know the default battle mage, I think the weapon and armor choice in it is axe and heavy armor. So I think I'm going for long sword, or long blade, and medium armor actually. There's quite a few really nice medium armor choices. And yeah. Now over here in the minor skills, I think I'm gonna go throw mysticism, alteration, alchemy, and illusion all in here. I definitely want to have athletics and acrobatics over there just so I can kind of level a bit easier, which leveling I'm going to talk about in just a minute. It's a bit different for me. Yeah, let me throw mysticism and alteration in here. Just so I can have, like, the, like the telekinesis and some of those other ones. Like the main ones here, destruction, restoration, conjuration. These are like key to battle mage. You need your destruction for your attacks, your restorations to heal yourself, and your conjurations to spawn a bunch of stuff so you don't have to fight. You can back up in the battle and heal if you need to. Mysticism and alteration are here just for some extra options, essentially. Because of course, I could use a skill that's in a misc skill category, but they aren't that great to try to do. I don't think I'm going to throw illusion in here. I'm definitely going to put alchemy just because alchemy is pretty useful once you level it a bit more, so I could start making my own health potions, my own this, my own that, just so I don't have to go to, like, apothecaries and such. I feel like this music is super loud right now. I'm going to turn it down in a minute. Athletics and then acrobatics. Looking at that, it looks pretty okay. Now with that alchemy, it's going to come into play. It's going to come in handy.
Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
Sign. I'm really wanting to go for the Atronach. Stunted Magicka. That means I cannot regain Magicka without potions. Or, I don't know if there's scrolls. There might even be a spell to restore Magicka, which would be cool if it didn't cost as much Magicka as it's restoring. So it's kind of like the reverse of 1 step forward and 2 steps back. Like 1 step back and 2 steps forward, in a way of gaining your Magicka. But the alchemy would help a lot here because I know there's quite a few ingredients that restore Magicka, and if I got those, you know, make me a bunch of potions. So I think I'm gonna go for that. I think I'm going for this right here.
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
Let's see, Servas Ilurlu, Dark Elf, Battle Mage, the Atronach. Ooh. It's looking okay. Also, by the way, I don't care for the, for some of the, menu replacers I got. I did the stupid thing and I forgot to actually back it up, so I'm kind of stuck with some of it. I got another one and threw on top of the one I didn't like, so most of what I don't like is gone and replaced with one that's basically vanilla, but you gotta go with what you work with, and that's one of the only mods I have that I don't like, because if I have a mod that I don't like, I just get rid of it. Let's go ahead and, I guess we're about to start actually playing. No, start menu.
Show your papers to the captain when you exit to get your release.
Here's our papers. These are some of the things. I don't care for these buttons here. I do like the scroll. Don't care for the buttons. That's fine though. I always wish you got to keep this. This is like cool. But you don't get to. Nice. Inventory menu. You know what that means? We can take things. You know what that is? That's the thief. You know what that is? The limeware platter everybody steals at the beginning of the game.
You've made your last mistake,
Sure.
thief.
Goodbye.
Continue through to
Yeah,
the
what-
next building and talk to Celes Gravius.
Let me go ahead and turn that music down a little bit. Now, one of the things in this game, I can compare it to Oblivion easily. When you steal something in Oblivion, it's marked as stolen. You can't just sell it. It's always going to be known as stolen. In this, once you pick an item up, if you put it back down, it's yours. So if you, like, I just stole that platter right in front of them. If I wouldn't have dropped it when he ran over to tell me no, he would have put it in that chest that was next to him. Instead, I dropped it, setting ownership to me, so when he was done yelling at me, I could just pick it up, and he didn't care. So, that's, I think, you know, it's kind of busted in that aspect, but it doesn't really matter. Also, I don't know if you heard, like, all that little rumbling and stuff just now, but I have, like, 4 animals in my bedroom with me. So they are bound to make sounds in my videos occasionally. Let's just do the thing everybody does as well and just steal everything that's here. I hate picking up the tutorial items, because they pop up those, and the papers do that. I think some of these... I think I already picked up the silverware thing that tells you that, you can sell silver stuff for a lot of money. I don't remember what these say. I haven't read them sufficiently in like 5 years. Yeah, steal everything. I'm not going to go down there and steal. There's not really anything worth much down there. But these candles and like the silverware stuff is actually worth a little bit. Steal some books. Talking about the birth signs is actually pretty cool to have right here. I might read that later. Not right now, though. I'd rather not bore you guys with books immediately. But something I've never done is actually sat there and read the books in Morrowind, so I'd like to do that, and during a Let's Play seems like a reasonable time to do it. Look at that, I have no security skill, at least I didn't add any. But I unlocked it first try. Now here's another mod that I have. You see, I don't have to actually go into the inventory of these. I can just hover over them and take these. This is one of the best things Fallout 4 ever did, was offer the quick loot system. Just because it's so handy. You don't have to go into every single little inventory. Thank you for telling me I have a map menu. Like I didn't know. Now the quick loot thing kind of fricks up with these. If I took this ring with just hitting the E key to just take stuff, it wouldn't do the journal update I need, so I have to actually open this one up, take the ring, go ahead and take everything else. See, this wouldn't have happened if I pulled it out the other way, because the way that it detects, I think, is by actually opening it and removing it. I could do the old trick and just kind of sneak through the wall here, but I don't want to break the game immediately.
Your papers, please.
Papers. Okay. Now here's the thing. When I first played this, I was all kinds of excited about it, hearing everybody talk, and then I saw this, and I'm like, oh, I'm like 10 and now I have to read. I wasn't 10 5 years ago, that's a lie. I'm 19 now, so I would have been 14. I started playing Morrowind when I was like 11 or 12, so it had to have been 7 or 8 years ago when I first started playing. But yeah, I got to this point, and I just didn't like the fact I had to read. So now I get to read to you guys, and please don't kill me when I can't pronounce something, because I am the worst at pronouncing fantasy names. His is easy. Celis Gravius. That's easy enough. Some Dunmer names, pretty easy. When you get to the other elves, sometimes it's hard. But here we go. Also, I'm no voice actor, so don't judge me. First, let me take your identification papers. Thank you. Word of your arrival only reached me yesterday. I am Celis Gravius, but my background is not important. I'm here to welcome you to Morrowind. So this is Morrowind. Yes, you are in Morrowind. I don't know why you're here, or why you were released from prison and shipped here, but your authorization comes directly from Emperor Uriel Septim VII himself, and I don't need to know more than that. When you leave this office, you are free, but before you go, I have instructions on your duties. Instructions from the Emperor, so pay close attention. Okay. This package came with the news of your arrival. You are to take it to Caius Cosades in the town of Balmora. Go to the South Wall Corner Club and ask for Caius Cosades. They'll know where to find him. Serve him as you would serve the Emperor himself. I also have a letter for you, and a dispersal to your name. Cool. So this Caius Cosades fella, what's he up to? Report to him in Balmora. I can't tell you where to find him, but you are to go to the South Wall Corner Club, blah, blah, blah. You already told me. Wanted to know a little bit more. We already asked about duties, but it still popped up. Click it again. Yeah, I already know. Okay. So I guess that's it. Now look, I really would like to come back here and steal this key that goes to the warehouse across the street. But I'm no sneaker, and like the guard back there said, once I walk out that door, I can't be stealing anymore. So if I steal that, I would literally go to jail. Now I could steal it, drop it immediately like I did with the platter. I'd go to jail, I'd end up back in that building over there. But then when I got released from jail, my skills would be down, and now he's humming suspiciously at me. Use my journal. I like this journal. I don't like the buttons. I need to fix the buttons. I can probably just go to one of my other Morrowind installs and pull it out of there. It's gonna be tedious, but I can do it. Look at this. Nice, beautiful Morrowind. It's always nice to look at a game you've played for a while and get to see it in a whole new light. Like, I really wanted to play this Let's Play completely vanilla and purposefully in like a 4x3 screen, just so I could get that nostalgia of playing it before. Because I like doing that. When I first install a Morrowind and I'll just hop in it sometimes and just go until I get bored. and then I'll install some of my fun mods. Now this guy, he's notorious for being
This better be important.
kind of strange. These eyebrows especially. Excuse me. We're having
Go ahead, stranger.
having a conversation. We'll just ignore him. What about you, Fargoth? Hey, I wanted to talk to you. Quit running away. Okay.
Make it quick, Outlander.
We're just gonna make him talk to us from way over there. Are you the one that boat dropped off? Odd to see a boat arriving at this time of day. I hope the Imperials treated you well. I swear they took my ring. Your ring, I swear one of the guards has it. I had it last week before their weekly Let's Shake Down Fargoth ritual. An engraved healing ring. Family heirloom of mine. You haven't seen it, have you? We have the ring. That's the ring we found earlier. Now, I don't necessarily need it, considering I'm a mage, and I can just have a healing spell. So, I guess I'll give it to him. It'll probably make him happy. And, wow, it made him very happy. You found it! Amazing! Thank you, thank you. You are now my favorite friend. I'll be sure to tell others. Especially my friend Ariel, who runs the trade house. Go see him. He'll be happy to see you now. Cool. He's such a strange little guy. Is he gonna say his famous little quote? Nah, I don't think he's gonna. No. Alright. Well, he said to go to the trade house. Seeing as this looks like it's the only kind of shop in town, I would have to assume it's the trade house. Ah. Here's a rill.
You've piqued my interest. Please, share your thoughts.
Okay. Welcome to Arill's Trade House. I'm Arill, publican and proprietor. Don't take what doesn't belong to you. You're a new face here. If you want to buy from me, you have to barter. If you want a little advice, free to new customers, just ask. Would you like to hear about our most popular potions? Our most popular scrolls? No, I'm just gonna trade with ya. Now, I believe he actually does have a selection of medium armor here. Or did I goof? Oh, yeah, Imperial Chain is medium. Nordic Ringmail is also medium. I would probably get that instead, because the Dunmers are kind of weird. A lot of them hate the Imperials. A lot of them have their hand just rested firmly in the Imperials' back pockets. But then a lot of them also hate the Nords, because the Nords are kind of doing like the Europeans back in the day to the Native Americans, and just kind of taking their land bit by bit. Like, you go up to Dagon Fell, it is completely Nords. Nords aren't native to Morrowind at all. So seeing a town full of Nords, that can't just be by, there just happened to be a bunch of Nords that moved there. That's where they're trying to take over. You go up to Solstheim. Solstheim's disputed land between Skyrim and Morrowind. And in this case, just because of some, lore reasons, I think I might end up going for the Imperial Chain, or should I just go for the better... Oh, this is better than this one anyway. Yeah, enchantment is the same. I wouldn't dare enchant one of these pieces of armor. I would enchant something better. I'm not going to get the helmet, however. I don't want to be somebody who wears a helmet. I just don't care for that. While we're at it, I would like to get some nicer shoes. Just because, and now I know he has this robe. He doesn't have a nicer robe. So we will leave him at that for buying wise. Oh, we're gonna get a sword too, but that's gonna wait a second. And then we'll sell him everything else we got. Bread, restore fatigue. I'll just give him... You know what, we're gonna sell... a lot of these things restore fatigue. I'm gonna take these ingredients back. Because I could actually make some restore fatigue potions. We don't want to get rid of our directions. I'll keep the note to Hriskar. We actually didn't read that, so I'll go back through and read that. Candles, you can have that. Basket, bottle, bowl, flask, fork, goblet. Can't have my gold. I don't even think you can sell it. You're gonna buy all of this stuff, including my 119 gold for well, I did buy this, so I guess that's fair. What? It went from 15 to 78 with 119 gold. Wow. Okay. Give you the knife, the limeware platter will jump that price up. And then just give you all the silverware. What is your best long blade? Oh, I have this really nice... This is from a mod called I think it is UI expansionly. Make that out a bit more. Which over on the player side, if you're trading with somebody and like it's like, oh, this person doesn't buy this, that, or the other thing, you can click tradable and it shows you everything you have that they will buy. So let's see. I'm gonna click on weapons for easiness sake. Claim, that's a pretty okay sword. I'm kind of thinking one-handed though, because I'd like to have a shield. Saber isn't that. Ooh. Silver short sword. Is this a silver long? Iron long sword. Let's see what's the highest on that. 18. This one's also 18, but this one looks nicer. These are all just, yeah, spears and short blades. I think I'll be going for one of these iron long swords. Did he have any shields? Would that be an apparel? Yeah. Is this medium? No, I think I'll settle with what I have. He doesn't seem to have much else I'd want. You know, he can also take my shoe. I bought shoes, he can have my shoes. Yeah. Alright, let's see if we can get just a bit more out of him. Alright, cool. Let's see what kind of spells he has now that we've collected a decent amount of money. Actually, let me see what kind of spells I have first. Let me equip some of my items. Get my nicer shoes, my chest plate. We look ridiculous right now, but we'll get a robe. We will get a robe, I promise. So we have Ancestral Ghost. We have Hearth Heal, which we don't even need the ring for now. Cool. Fire Bite and Bound Dagger. This is all pretty standard for a battle mage. Hearth Heal, I don't think you usually get as a battle mage. So that's kind of neat. Let's see what we can get. What's Jack of Trades? Fortify Luck, Resist Magicka, Fireball. That's a projectile. What about Spark? Is that a projectile? Target, yeah, Spark would maybe be better. Simply for the fact that, fire, you know, Dunmer are resistant to fire, and I would probably have to guess that a majority of the NPCs in Morrowind are Dunmer. Spark? I don't know of any race that is immune to that or has resistance to it. I may be incorrect, but I think we're going to go for that. I think it's mostly only creatures that might be resistant to that. So I think we're going to go... Oh, I bought the wrong spell. Yay. So now I have Jack of Trades, Fortify Luck, 10 points. I guess that's not too bad. Okay. We're not doing too awful. I think we're doing okay. Now, let's see who else is around here. Like this lady here.
Speak, traveler.
There we go, she turned. Oh, I like that. I like some of the hairstyles here. They're pretty cool. Well, hello, Sir Vasilurlu. I'm Tolvais, Authoran. This is Seyda Neen, swamp fever capital of the world. I suppose you're wondering what's going on here. I can tell you where the services are. There aren't many, and I can tell you the latest rumors unless you've already heard them. Tell me about some rumors. Those usually would lead to quests. I heard there's been some trouble up at Fort Frostmoth. Never heard of it? It's a small island called Solstheim, north of Vardenfell. Well, tell me more about that, even though I know all about it. That's the frozen island up north, right? Sounds awful to me. If you're looking to get up there, you might check for transportation in Cool. Sure. So that gets that rumor out of the way. Oh, here's one of those Nords. Two of those. I think this guy's a Nord. Yes, he's a Nord.
You like to dance close to the fire, don't you?
You weren't even looking at me when you said that. Your hair looks stupid with your beard. How are you? You look like you could use a friend, Outlander. Perhaps I could be your friend. I'd like you to help me recover some gold. Recover some gold. That's right. See, I had a bad run of luck playing 9 holes and I lost a bit of money. Normally I'd be fine. We can usually keep some gold in our pockets just from the money the locals pay us for, protection. But I know some of them are holding out on me, especially that little fetcher Fargoth. He's come up light the past couple of weeks when I've shaken him down. I know he's stashing it somewhere. I'd like you to find his hiding place. So now we know who conducts these weekly Let's Shake Down Fargoth rituals. It's this guy and his friends, and apparently they play 9 holes, which I assume is just golf. I'd like to know how they're playing golf out in the swamp. Let's see about this hiding place, because we might get something out of it. And like I said before, we're not going to be the nicest guy. I know the little fetcher's got somewhere in town, just not sure where yet. I've already gone through his whole house, so I know he's not hiding it there. I'd like you to find out where he's stashing his gold. If you can, I'll give you a share of the wealth. Are you up for it? You know what? Why not? Get some gold out of it, and maybe Fargoth won't know we did it, so he'll still be happy towards us, and in turn a real will as well. Excellent. Here's what I want you to do. Not sure where he goes, but I know he wanders around the town at night. Watch his movements. The best vantage point is on top of the lighthouse south of town. That'll give you a nice view of all of Seyda Neen. If you keep an eye out on where he goes, I'm sure you'll be able to figure out where he's hiding that gold. Alright, we'll have to do that later. And we're not going to immediately, rest just so we can do this. We'll do that when the time comes. What about you? What do you have to say? I'm Raffled the Baggart. Welcome to scenic Seyda Neen, gateway to Morrowind. Are you looking for someone in particular, or are you just looking for a little advice? Give me some advice. Always study your target. Take a good inventory of what he has before attempting to steal anything. If he's got his eye on that shiny silver claymore, he won't notice you pocketing a few tarnished throwing stars. Okay, latest rumors, that's blue. So what do you got to say? Friend of mine says you have to visit the House of Earthly Delights in Saran. Why was that blue like it was important? Oh, you train. What do you do? And nothing I can afford or want. Cool.
You like to dance close to the fire, don't you?
No, I don't. Oh, look at you. You're a Dunmer as well. Why are you standing with these Nords? You look like a Nord yourself. No, you're an Imperial. What do you have to say?
I'm Tandra Mandolin. Welcome to scenic Seyda Neen, gateway to Morrowind. Are you looking for someone in particular, or do you just want a little advice?
You just have very basic dialogue like the rest. Let's get your background. Actually, this is the exact same thing the last Nord I talked to said. I guess let's hear your background.
I'm Tandra Mandolin, bard.
Oh, so you're a bard. Don't have an instrument. You seem like you're just angry. You don't look like a bard at all. Okay, then. What about you, Imperial? Well, hello, Sir Vasilorlu. I'm Albecius Cololius. This is Seyda Neen, swamp fever capital of the world. I suppose you're wondering what's going on here. I can tell you where the services are. There aren't many, and I can tell you the latest rumors, unless you've already heard them. What kind of rumor do you get to tell me? Did you hear that some fool lost the Mentor's ring in a tomb along the Bitter Coast? Or so they say. Okay. Back here. Locked door.
Any time now.
What about you? Wait, can I properly stand at your bar? I guess I can stand here. Go ahead. You're not interrupting anything. I'm alone. Scout. You need directions? Pelagayad, Balmora, Caldera, Ebonheart, Vivek. Well, we're supposed to be going to Balmora, so I suppose we could get some help for that. Balmora is the district seat house of House Halalu, and the largest settlement on Vardenfell after Vivek City. Good roads lead north from here to Balmora, passing through Fort Pelagayad and Pelagayad Village. From Balmora, roads lead north to Ald Run to the town of Caldera. Maybe I'd better write down the directions to Balmora for you. It's a long walk and a little confusing. What about these other places, then? Pelagayad is a newly chartered imperial village along the north roads from Vivek to Balmora, right on the western edge of the Escadian Isles region. The village is right outside the Imperial Legion garrison at Fort Pelagayad. The houses and shops are built in the Western Imperial style, and Pelagayad looks more like a village in the Western Empire than a Morrowind settlement. When you look at it and you look at Seyda and Neen, they're exactly the same, except Seyda and Neen has shacks. What can you tell me about Caldera? Caldera is a recently chartered imperial town and mining corporation of north of Balmora, on the road to Ald Run. The Caldera Mining Company has been granted an imperial monopoly to remove raw ebony from the rich deposits here. Caldera is a new town, recently built in the Western Imperial style. Most of the citizens are outlanders and new colonists. What about Ebonheart? Ebonheart is south on the road from Pelagayad, built on the western shore of the water-founded city of Vivek. Ebonheart is the seat of the imperial government for Vardenfell district, and a busy center of maritime trade. Castle Ebonheart is home to Duke Vedum Dren, the district's ruler and emperor's representative. Also located at Castle Ebonheart are the Vardenfell district's council members and the Hawkmoth Legion garrison. The East Empire Company has its headquarters in Ebonheart. Alright, what about Vivek? Vivek City is south on the road from Pelagayad. Vivek is the largest settlement on Vardenfell, and one of the largest cities in the east. Built on Norvayan Bay, completely surrounded by water, the city itself is a group of giant town-sized buildings called cantons. The High Fane and the Palace of Vivek are visited by hundreds of tourists and pilgrims daily. Outlanders mostly confine themselves to the foreign canton, while natives live, work, and shop in the great house compounds and residential cantons. Alright. Seems you do training too. What do you do? Oh. You must have been misinformed. I don't offer services to the public. Alright. Cool. Well, that's everybody in this tavern. Let's head outside. See what we can get done out here. Is this just a guard? If they're just... I have a guard diversity mod installed.
Anytime now.
And it makes stuff like this happen. But I didn't realize it added,
Go ahead, stranger.
additional, archers and stuff around. That's pretty cool. So I won't be talking to guards for quests because they don't really have them. But I do keep asking about rumors because rumors can lead to quests sometimes. And Fargoth might actually know something for us.
If there is anything I can do, I am humbly at your service.
He might know. Thank you. Hello again, Sir Vasu. Yes, I can probably help you. Are you looking for services in Seyda and Neen? No. We dare not ask him about his hiding place. What about some rumors? I've heard that local tax collector, Processus Vitellius, is missing. No surprise, really. He wasn't well liked around here. Processus Vitellius.
What's this about?
Oh man, this rock doesn't belong here. And these guys were just kind of stuck on it. Where are you going? You come back here, friend. Yes? What do you want? If you're looking to get out of Seyda and Neen, I'll be happy to give you a little advice. Sure, I'll take some. New here? Take the Silt Strider to Vivek or Balmora. Fast and cheap. No trouble with wild animals and smugglers and bandits and outlaws. Go see Darvain Halerin over at the Strider Port, over the bridge and east along the water, and tell her Vodunius Nucius sent you. Vodunius Nucius? Right, that's me. If you decide to take the Silt Strider, tell Darvain Halerin I sent you. Sure
Any
enough.
time now.
Sure enough, I will.
What's this about?
Well, that's pretty much all just the people in town. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you these guys don't give me quests. No, I'm not just going to leave. That's ridiculous, but I am going to explore. Notably this way. This is where there's mud crabs and quamas aplenty. Stuff to just swing at to raise my skill. Now let's look at our character. We haven't got a good look at him yet. Something to note is it took 15 fucking years to get a sword on my hip. Why? Why would it take that long? I don't know. But I have it, and I'm happy. Let's see what's out here. Oh, also I can make it look all nice and cinematic. Turn the HUD off and just take off running. I do like using third person a lot, just because it's nice. It's nice to see the character you made every now and again. All right, let's get back into ambushy fighty mode. Do we have any mud crabs? So I'm sorry if I sound like kind of spacey. The past 2 days I've only had about an hour of sleep. So, yeah. Here's a mud crab. Okay, one of the things I noticed that is bothering me is that the option that I don't understand why it's an option is turned off. Wait, where is it? Oh, always use best attack. This should always be on. I don't know why anybody would turn it off, and I don't know why it's an option. Of course I want to use the best attack always. Got him. Take his meat. So we need to get some types of alchemy equipment together relatively soon. Thinking about it, Ariel might have some. That way we can start making some potions. Even if we don't need them, it will help me level my skill, and I could even sell them. It's always good to It's always good to do stuff like this right when you're starting out, just kind of killing the smaller animals, because every hit you do, actually raises that. Progress towards skill increase. Now, once that gets to 100, it will put 1 point towards a level increase. Now, I do have a mod that completely overhauls the leveling system. Instead of leveling up and receiving a window to adjust my skills and attributes and whatnot, it instead levels me as I go. Which, when I first read on the description, it seemed kind of, that's kind of weird. But I decided to take it. I've played Morrowind for a long time, and I'm kind of wanting a new experience. And I don't really want to sit here and worry about my skills all the time. I don't want to make sure I'm leveling this and leveling that. I just want to sit there, use the skills I use, and just put it to the background so it's one less thing I have to worry about. Now, does this happen to be silver? Iron. Because I saw that over there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little tomb just right where the tip of my sword is. Right there. Now those are typically tombs, and they're usually filled with ghosts, and to fight ghosts you need either silver weapons or enchanted weapons. I have neither. Something's fighting me. Back up to see what it is. I think it's in the... Oh, it's a Kwama. There we go. People say that they quit playing Morrowind because they can never hit. If you use the weapon that's in your major skills, you will usually hit. I've never actually had the issue of missing almost all the time. I usually always hit. Like there. It doesn't seem to be a problem for me, at least. Maybe for others, but for me, it's not really a problem. He fell out of the sky. Ooh. Ah. Iron Spark Sword. It does 16 as its highest damage, as mine does too. But this one has shock damage 1 to 4 points on touch. So this is obviously a better choice. Scrolls of Icarian Flight. Fortify Acrobatics 1,000 points for 7 seconds on self. He has 3 of them, but I'm assuming he used to have 4. It makes sense, at least, considering his current situation. 17 gold, I'll take it. Usually, if you see anybody playing Morrowind, right when they see this guy, they're dressed as him for at least the next, good little bit. I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna take his robe. My God. I've never seen the underwear attached to these body models I have, and it looks... Oh, those are just shadow errors. I don't know what that underwear is supposed to be. Well, here's his journal. Suppose we could read it one page. He was a wood elf, so let's read it as a wood elf. I believe I may have found the correct formula for the spell I'm developing. With it, I will be able to travel great distances without the need to pay others for the service. Or you could walk. If all goes well, I will test out the new spell tomorrow. I believe I've worked out all the possible complications. It will allow me to leap great distances, covering many hundreds of miles. Never before has one been able to travel in this manner, vaulting from the ground, sailing through the sky, all without that terrible disorientation of a spell of flying. The time is almost upon me. My research is finished, and all my calculations are checked and rechecked. They laughed at me when I suggested this. We'll see who laughs after I leap to the top of the towers and scream out my success. We'll take this. Considering his book was on the ground while he was in the air, I'm just assuming he jumped straight up and splatted back directly on the ground. We'll let you keep your hat, buddy. If I could sever your head, I would. Let's see, I don't want to travel too far away from the town, purely for the fact that we still have business to do here, and I don't want to get lost. Especially when I've been told that the roads leading out of here can be dangerous. So I'm going to stick in town for as long as there's jobs, which is not too long. But we will be here for a while. Probably episode amount, probably like 2 episodes. What's that over there? Oh, there might just be shadow errors. Or is that something? Oh. I knew the body was over here, but I genuinely saw, I knew the body was here, but I saw like these dark parts on the ground and thought that was something. Getting kind of low frame rate looking that way. I might need to do something with my settings here. Maybe make this run a teeny bit better. Who's this guy? 200 gold. Don't care for any of that. Tax record. Let's see. Tax records. Processius Vitellius, Seyda, Neen, Census and Excise Office. This is the murdered taxman. In fact, I think that's what the quest is called, the murder of a taxman. Let me look at the bookmark. Quests. Death of a taxman. So, 200 gold on his body. Probably the taxes he collected, seeing as it was signed the Census and Excise Office. We're going to be seeing Socucius Ergala once again. Now, we are bad guys, but this is just a town commoner. We had nothing to do with his death. So if we can make a reward off of this, even though we have 200, if we can even get just the 200 back and still do something helpful, sure. See, Servas is the type of guy who will help all in exchange for something. It's dangerous to cross these waters. Usually slaughter fish hanging around pretty close to shore. We'll be talking to her soon enough, at least as we're leaving. It's getting close to night as well. So once I get this turned into Socucius, we may be seeing Fargoth for a minute. Head back through here. This is the most annoying thing, because you can't actually exit this building from this way, because this door is locked, and you can't get back in this way because the gates are locked. Now, we must talk to Socucius. But
what's this then?
It will have to wait until next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.